Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. I'm finally back. I've had this horrible flu, so I haven't been able to get down the allotment to record a video, so I've missed about 2 videos. But we're back to the normal routine, doing a video on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and on a Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So just before this video starts, guys, please go along and hit that subscribe button to help the channel grow. I had a message on my Facebook page from a bloke called James. He's just gotten an allotment and he wants to know what would be the first things that he can buy at an allotment to get started. And my advice to him, I've told him to go along and watch this video, is the first thing is a spade. The second thing is a fork. And the other thing is a place to make coffees. Why do I say a place to make coffees? Because of when you get a brand new allotment, it could be up here in weeds and it could take so long to do. So James, good luck with your allotment. I hope you carry on following my channel, and if I can give you any more advice and tips, please ask on Facebook page. Anyone else who wants to ask questions, just go along to the link what is in the description below to my Facebook page, and I'm always there to answer to. Over the last couple of days we've had so much of this stuff. Ice. It's been really cold at the allotment. I've just popped down and I found this in my wheelbarrow, even though it's back to warm. It's warmed up again. So hello to the ice. Goodbye to the ice. Ice, good for garlic. Once you get 3 or 4 days of really cold weather, it has to be below 0, it causes the garlic bulb to split, and that is how you get your core. Some people put their garlic into the freezer or the fridge just before they plant it to help it split. So I know this year that I'm going to get a brilliant crop of garlic because we've had about 4 or 5 days of ice. So hopefully it's only ice and we shouldn't have any snow. So on today's video, what we're going to do is just finish off a couple of the beds up the allotment, just getting them ready for planting seeds. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I did the bottom 2 plots, the bottom 2 beds, and today we're going to be doing the potato bed, clear out some weeds from the garlic, and also get the runner bean section ready. And if I have time, I might even move to the Brussels sprouts cages and get that clear. From last year, this was where I had my potatoes. I had a absolute fantastic crop of potatoes, and I also planted a few turnips as well. So this ground hasn't actually been dug over since the summer. So what I'm going to do now is dig this ground over and prepare it for the new crop in 2020. So anyone who's new to growing at the allotments and they've just took on a brand new allotment this year, this is known as couch grass. You can keep on digging it and digging it and digging it. It comes at the allotment quite a bit, but you need to get it all out of your ground, because if you have just a little bit like this in the ground, that will turn into another long root. So if you see any of this in your ground, make sure you dig it out and get rid of it for good. And I've also keep on getting joined by he's come to see if there's any worms around. So this bed has been completely dug through. Unfortunately, this was the hardest bed on the allotment. I always know this because of a clay bar runs directly through this section. The clay bar begins about here and it goes up and it goes half where that blue barrel is and across. It's always been there, and I've always known that the clay bar is there, so it always makes this ground really hard to dig. This is the one I try and keep off until the longest, but there's a few more weeds. I'll do them in the springtime when the ground dries out a little bit. It shouldn't be that hard, but it's all nice and tidy and ready for planting. So now we're just going to move on to where the spaghetti squash was last year, and we're going to get this bed ready for the spring. So anyone who's got a new allotment out there, just remember that these beds can take you quite a while to dig. The ground is wet, but preferably you should try and leave it until they dry out quite a bit, and you wouldn't have such a problem in digging them over. But I'm keen, I want to get this allotment done and then move on to plot 2. So I'm going to continue on with this bed. So then, that is that bed completely weeded out. That bed was a lot easier than the potato bed what was over here because of the clay. The only other beds I've got to do is the garlic, the runner bean bed and the Brussels sprout bed at the back. So what I might do is do the runner bean bed today. The garlic bed isn't too bad, so I will be leaving that until the future. And the pond, the liner just turned up today, so that should be within the next couple of videos. That is another bed complete. It didn't take too long at all. Don't worry about the edges across the back. I like to take them down when the ground's a lot drier, and I'm not just going to take clumps of mud. So then, at the moment the allotment looks bleak, everything looks dead, and all you see is brown, brown and brown. Don't worry, a couple months time this is how the allotment will look again. So as you see, the allotment is wealthy in green and veg is growing. But this time of year can be quite disappointing for a lot of allotment people and people who newly take on allotments. Everything's brown, there's not much to do. As you've seen today, I've just been clearing the beds. I've ended up doing all 3 of these beds, which is a good thing for me because I wanted them done so I can get onto plot 2 and do my plans out on plot 2 as well. So there is just a couple more jobs to be done at the allotment now on plot 1, and that is to clean out the Brussels sprout cage, to fix the pond, and to just de-weed the garlic a little bit. And the other last job of them all will be debark, and that will be plot 1 ready for the growing season. But that is me done for today. This has took me the best part of 3 or 4 hours to do, and that is with video in and doing some editing at the same time. So guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. And make sure the bell notification is switched on at the side to notify you when I upload a video. If you have any questions, comments, or just want a general chit chat, put in the comment section. And don't forget to go along to my Facebook page and my Instagram page and follow them as well. The links for them will be in the description box below. I'll catch you in the